Okay, so this video is in response to the clips that I was posting yesterday regarding empathy. I've done the video the same night, and the reason for that is because I'm in a good space to deliver it. Not only that, I've been quite surprised by the overwhelming amount of messages I've received in the inbox. Sorry about my boxes in the background. I'll try to get them out of shot. So anyway, let me talk a little bit about what empathy is, or what people might class as ADHD, attention disorder deficit, or however they wish to label it. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is sensitivity. Now, this is the first thing that we're aware of, is the sensitivity to everything, sensitivity to how people feel, the sensitivity to ourselves, the sensitivity to our environment, but most importantly, the sensitivity to our own energy. So somebody that's sensitive, we could call this an empath. We could call this particular person an empath. So an empath is a person that channels a ridiculous amount of energy, and that energy is a sensitivity. Now, how that manifests in the body is an inability to be relaxed and to be calm. So somebody that's channeling a ridiculous amount of energy will have a lot of movement in their life, a lot of business with the fingers, a lot of playing, a lot of doing. Now for me, I spent my life chewing. I chewed on everything. Since I've been a child, I chew all my clothes, bite my nails. Now I still play with stuff, but I don't judge myself for doing that, because I understand the importance of being able to do that, of having some sort of movement. I don't bite my nails as much, but I still can play with stuff. The other thing I used to do a lot was jib my feet, which is to move my feet, boom, 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 boom. So how it represents in a physical way is the body having an intense amount of energy. So there's a lot of movement involved with what you're doing. And then on a mental level, it can be finding it hard to focus on stuff. Not only finding it hard to focus on stuff, but as an empath, we kind of feel the need to keep doing. And this is because our body's dealing with a huge amount of energy coming in. Now, on an emotional level, if you're an empath, what actually happens is, as an empath myself, and knowing this and talking from my own experiences, the way in which we develop our sense of self can be very heavy, can be a real burden to carry, because where we are so sensitive to energy, these low vibrating energies, the ideas that we have about ourselves of not being worthy, not being good enough, these can feel so much more intense. So our sense of self can feel more intense, which means we can be burdened with a denser, heavier sense of self. And until this channel is open, our energy is flowing into this sense of self. And then, that creates a lot of struggle in our life. We generally find it a lot harder to socialise, generally find it a lot harder to be around people when our energy is flowing into personal sense of self. Now, if this is something that you're aware of in your life, then you need to know how to deal with this. First of all, you have to make it conscious. You have to realise that you have these empath traits. And if you're watching this video and you're in my inbox, like the responses that I've had, then there's a lot of people that are empathic. And so we need to know how to deal with this, amount of energy. So this is what I'm going to touch upon quickly. The first and the most important thing is meditation. Meditation is so important for people that are empathic. The reason for this is because when you're dealing with this amount of energy, when your energy is this intense, it's so important that your channel is open so this energy can flow. When your channel's not open, this energy is funneling into the body. And that's why you're seeing so much movement. That's why you're seeing so hard to concentrate. because you've got so much energy ploughing into you that you have no outlet for that energy. You're not enabling yourself for this energy to loop in a circle, coming down through, out through the ground, down through, out through the ground. And what is happening is this energy is channeling into your sense of self, so it's staying in the body. And then that is what creates such intense emotional states within us, because this energy is pooling, pooling in the body. So meditation is of the utmost importance, if that's even a word. I don't know. I'm really intense in this moment, so I'm trying to channel it properly. So meditation every day, and then through meditation we can see where this energy is being channeled, which means we can begin to work through our sense of self. We can see where our energy is flowing into identity and the ideas that we have about ourselves. So once we realise where this energy is going, and we can see how it's affecting our lives, then we can begin to balance the energy. So balancing the energy is all about becoming aware, becoming conscious of where this energy is flowing into. Through the practice of meditation, you're beginning to become self-aware. And as you become self-aware, you're becoming more conscious. And as you're becoming more conscious, you're beginning to open this channel back up. So as we become more conscious of where our energy is flowing, our sense of self begins to dissolve. And as our sense of self begins to dissolve, and this channel becomes open, as soon as the channel in you is open, which means your energy is flowing, it's a lot easier, actually. Not only is it a lot easier, but you begin to realise the amount of power in which you're containing within you, the amount of power in which you're able to channel. So the next important thing after meditation and understanding where your energy is going is purpose. When your energy is flowing, that energy, when it begins to flow into purpose, this is when your energy or being deeply sensitive empowers you. Because when you can hone this energy, when you can focus this energy, that focus and that honing is what enables you to channel into your life purpose on a way that you thought was impossible. When you get this energy flowing in the right direction, then you'll begin to see the power of this energy. Not only that, but you'll be seeing how your energy field, your presence, is absolutely magnified. And I mean magnified, the intenseness of the expansion of your energy field when this is truly opening and flowing, it's so powerful that it has the ability to affect people around you. It has the ability to affect and raise people's levels of consciousness. Now, when I give meditation as a way, when I channel through purpose, because meditation is a purpose of mine, the effects in which I can have on people, because I'm able to channel that much energy through me, is amazing. So when we get this energy channeling into purpose, our life will just expand and blow up like nothing you've ever even thought possible. Not only that, you have an ability to affect people deeply. You think you're deeply affected, and you are deeply affected. But once this channel is open, your ability to affect other people is beyond anything that anybody can affect you within. As empaths, we don't want to be around negative people. Well, I'm telling you now, when this channel is open and this energy is flowing, you will burn up negativity like that, and your energy field will change the people's fields around you, because it's such a potent energy. It trumps any other energy field around you, and it raises energy fields around you up. The other thing you have is a power of transmutation, which means not only are you receiving a huge amount of energy, but you can take on a huge amount of energy. And this is when I'm talking about projection. Because you are a deeply sensitive person, people naturally project onto you. And that's not necessarily saying it in a bad way. As a person with empath, people will come to you and they will naturally tell you their problems. So we've got to take our way in which we see this, because a lot of us look at it like it's a bad thing. But when you really understand it, when you really get this moving, you're on a whole nother level. And I mean a whole nother level. So your ability to transmute energy is on a whole nother level. You can literally burn up people's suffering in an instant. And when I say burn up people's suffering, what I mean is by burning people's suffering up, because as an empath, you just absorb energy. But when you're not containing that in the body and the channel's open, as you absorb people's energy, you're instantly burning it. You're instantly transmuting it. And as you instantly transmute it, that person that was pouring that energy out to you, their frequency begins to shift naturally, because there's no deflection, there's no pushing away. You're just taking it and transmuting it, and as you're transmuting it, you're raising the other person's vibration. Now, I'm not saying everybody's ready for this kind of level to be out and to be in this kind of way, but I'm telling you now, if you're an empath, you have a gift. And I mean, it's truly a gift. And a few other things that people that carry this or are sensitive or are like this is you have a deep connection to nature, to animals. This is another thing that you're so deeply connected. Because you're so sensitive, you are so deeply connected to everything, the world, the animals of the world, people of the world. It is a true gift. And then the other thing that you're going to need in your life is you need an outlet. You need something, physical exercise, because all of this energy that comes into the body, you can use that to your ability. So it's important that we have some sort of fitness regime in our lives where we're using the fitness regime to burn off some of this energy. So meditation's key. Understanding where your energy is flowing and what it's flowing into is another key. And the third key is getting your energy working for you. Get it flowing into purpose. Not being afraid when you're ready. To not be afraid of going out and mingling with people, being with people, because you'll realise that once this is open, once your channel is open and your connection to the divinity that you truly are is flowing, you'll realise that this world needs you. And not only does it need you, but you are here for purpose, true purpose. You have the ability to hone that focus and create. You are a true creator. You are a true blessing on the planet. Understand yourself. Channel your energy. Change your life. Change the world. Till next one, much love.